Hello and welcome everyone. It is Wednesday, June 20th, 2018, new comic book day, best day of the week. And man, this week going in I thought was going to be just a light week, not much going on. And it turned out that there was a lot of stuff going on this week, and I picked up some really cool stuff. And there was a lot of stuff going on in some of these books that I wasn't sure about. One I kind of figured there might be something, and sure enough it popped up in there, and there's a couple first appearances, so good week to be out there hunting around, and we'll get right into it. I just want to make sure I thank everybody that watches my channel, subscribes, sends me comments. Whether you agree or disagree, it's all good. We're all part of the same community, and I appreciate everybody's input and comments that they send me. I try to answer them all. And some of you guys send me really good tips, and I try to help you out with stuff I can too, so it's just awesome. Thanks everyone. And also I've been meaning to do the shout outs, and I keep forgetting to do them because I get babbling on and want to talk about comics, but this week I want to do one. I've been meaning to give this guy a shout out for a while, and I just haven't been doing the shout outs. So Joker68, I've been meaning to do that for a while. I know some people, I know one guy I talked to, Boom Boom Comics, I talked to him quite a bit, and he speaks quite highly of Joker, and I just haven't had a lot of time, and I meant to do a video for him because I know he's been under the weather. And he's got a contest. He's got a really good contest going right now. So if you have a chance, go over to Joker's channel and check out his contest and enter it up and sub him up, because he's got some really cool books. He's obviously a big Joker fan. The title of his channel is subscribe, or as you can tell. But yeah, go check him out. I'm going to put out a video probably tomorrow for his contest to help him out too. So, anyways, Joker, that's you're my shout out this week. So congrats to you. So one book that showed up in the mail for me that I ordered a little while ago is Infinity Countdown number 4. It's the Virgin variant with Turk holding the Mind Stone. That's the first appearance of Requiem in that book, which I'm sure a lot of you know. I mentioned that a few times, so that's a good one to get if you can. I'm going to start with my independents. One from them that, this is Brother Nash number 1. I mentioned this a few weeks ago. It showed up today in my shop. A lot of times I'll request stuff and they aren't able to get it the week it comes out, but it's on order, so that one showed up today. I got both covers for that. Looking forward to that one. Flip 3. It's a thick book too. Like that's a really thick book. Regular show number 1. I got the regular cover for that one. Looking forward to that one. It looks kind of fun. Picked up a Rick and Morty number 1, Chrombopolis Michael. I think that's just a one shot. And as you all know, I'm really liking this series. I highly recommend it. Gideon Falls number 4 is out. I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to reading that one. I really like that. It's just kind of that dark murder mystery thriller kind of thing. It's really cool. And I didn't mention this one in my last video, but my shop pulls all the number 1s for me, and I grabbed it because it looks kind of interesting. Shanghai Red number 1. I got both covers for that. That looks pretty cool. And last one I got, I mentioned this was Tarna number 2. The number 1 cover didn't come in, but I got the number 2 cover. And that's actually, if I remember right, that's the poster from Heavy Metal, the movie, years ago. So I'm pretty sure it is anyways, but that one came in too. Looks cool. So that's my independents this week. Into some DC. Got New Challengers number 2. I'm liking all these New Age DC heroes. Their series are pretty good, and there's only one cover, which is nice. You know, you don't have to go around buying 40,000 covers like Marvel's doing with some of their, like the Iron Man this week. But anyways, Damage number 6 was out, and I like that Swamp Thing. The artwork is really good in these too. Brave and the Bold number 5, I mentioned that. Baylor, the Evil Eye on the cover. He's pretty cool looking. I don't know if that's I thought it might be a first appearance. I know Baylor's been around, but I'm not 100% sure of that. And I'm sure a lot of you picked this one up, Aquaman number 37. I did not grab the Josh Middleton cover. There's an image of that on the screen as well. That's a nice cover too if you're into Middleton, so look for that one if you're out there. I only grabbed cover A. I'm not a big Aquaman fan, and I really like that cover, so got that one. Batman 49 out, cover A. Really nice Art Germ cover B. Grabbed a couple of those. And the story in this one's actually really good. It's I'm not going to tell you what it's. Well, it's obviously Joker and Catwoman is mainly focused on those two in this one, and it's a really good story. So I won't ruin it for you, but it's good. Recommend reading that one. Man of Steel #4, grabbed a couple of those. That's that continuation of that Rogol Zaar Superman storyline. Supergirl's in there. And I'm really liking this. I don't know, Bendis, for whatever reason, he's come over to DC, and I wasn't expecting much. Honestly, I bought Man of Steel #1 just because it was a #1. I did not expect much. But this is actually really good. The artwork's funny. The artwork on this one is always a different artist. I'm not sure who the artist is. It's not quite as good as the first few of them, but it's still not bad. But I highly recommend that series, like, just because Rogol Zaar, I think, is going to be a big character going forward. I did get a copy of Green Lanterns 49, the variant. Really, my shop had a ton of these too. I only grabbed one. I should have grabbed two. And then Justice League #2, and I highly recommend you pick this one up. That's going to be one of my picks this week. Just be kind of flip through here. So if you haven't read this, oops, sorry, that's the wrong one. If you haven't read this book, you're going to want to turn it off because I am going to show some images in here. But it is a really good story. And sorry, man, it's just taking me a second. I grabbed the wrong book. So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on here, but one of the key points is that John Stewart, he's out in space. One of the Green Lanterns, he's out in space. And Sinestro shows up, and he's now part of the invisible emotional spectrum, which basically means he's part of the ultraviolet corps, and he turns John Stewart into, just got to find the page here, turns him into the ultraviolet corps. Now he's not a Green Lantern anymore, he's an Ultraviolet Lantern. So that's your first appearance of him as an Ultraviolet Lantern. And he's now head of the Ultraviolet Corps, and he's there to kill everybody. So kind of interesting. Little twist on what's going on there. But I didn't think that was going to happen until issue 3. But it looks like it popped up in issue 2. So that's a good one to get. If you haven't been getting it, I recommend you pick. I really like what DC's doing with this series. The old Justice League was kind of but this one's, with that source wall broken, it's really heading off, and there's a whole bunch of new villains and storyline. I really like it. It's good, so I recommend that. That's one of my picks this week. From Marvel, got a bunch of stuff from them. I'm just going to run through my second prints. I grabbed a second print of Spider-Man 800. I wasn't going to, but it's got Spider-Man in a black costume on the cover. So I broke down, I bought one. And then Venom #1, the second print was out. I really like that image. That cover is just awesome. So really liking that. I like that Venom series by Cates. It's really good. Spider-Man 801, I grabbed the regular cover, and I thought there was 3 covers for this for some reason. Actually, there is. I've got a third one. I don't know what I did with it. I know I've got it. But anyways, there's a Ramos Connect. This is the Young Guns. And it's somewhere in my pile. I remember seeing it now that I say that. There's a Ramos Connecting variant, but I got that one as well. So there's 3 covers. Not much happens in the story. It's kind of a recap of Spider-Man's origin and running through somebody he saves, and he's, anyways, there's not a whole lot happens, but it's kind of just down slot send off. So pick that up. I got Black Widow the Infinity Countdown Black Widow #1. I got the regular cover. I got cover B, as well as the Young Guns variant. I like that Young Guns variant. It's kind of nice. That's a Del Mundo cover. Got Weapon H #4 and Man-Thing on the cover. Looking pretty cool. And even though I'm not a Champions fan, I mentioned a while ago I wasn't going to buy any of this, but my shop owner pulled it. He had one left on the shelf. He goes, "Oh, do you want this?" I go, "Well, there's no first appearance." He goes, "Oh, yeah, actually, no, because I thought 19 or 20 was the first appearance of that new character." Well, it's a new character, but in this one, the character actually turns into Snowguard right at the end. So there's technically your first appearance of, what the hell's her name? Amka turns into Snowguard on the last page. So, of course, from Canada, so it's got to be, because we don't live in anything but snow and igloos up here. I mean, so many people are, anyways. We don't live in snow, people, but anyways, there you go. Pick that one up. It's a good one to get. Now, Iron Man showed up this week, of course, as I'm sure you're all aware. I did not grab a single copy of the regular cover, but I did grab the Premier variant. I grabbed that one. I grabbed I got the 1 for 25 copy, and I also got the 1 for 50 Alex Ross cover. Those are the 3 I picked up. I flipped through the Premier variant one. There's not a whole lot happening in there, but typical Dan Slott story, but it's number 1, so I grabbed it. Avengers number 3. This one, this one I really like. Got the regular cover, and there's a 1 for 25 this week, which I did not see coming. I thought there was a regular cover, just cover B, but there's actually a regular cover and a 1 for 25. So I got the 1 for 25 and the regular cover. And in this one, it's obviously dealing with the final host. Some good images in here too. I love that that picture there at the final host. There are flames everywhere and everything. And on the last page, Loki takes. I'm showing you images here. Captain America under the ice, and shows him, behold the progenitor, I guess, I don't know how you pronounce it, the father of the Avengers, the father of all. Basically, progenitor is the creator of everything, or the origin of everything. So that's kind of interesting. I'm pretty sure the progenitors have been around before in other comics, but this one, it may be the first appearance of this one, so kind of a good comic to get. That is definitely one you want to pick up if you haven't got it. And I'm liking this Avengers series. I really like it. It's good. So I'm going to take these out of here because I got some room here. So I picked up X-Men 30. I picked up 2 of these sealed bags, poly bags. Going to open one up here just because, you know what? I got 2, so I'm going to open one up for you guys to see what the heck is inside, because I have no idea what these comics are like inside. And I brought some scissors down here, and give me 2 seconds, I gotta find them. What the heck did I do with them? Okay, so as you can see, this thing is sealed. I'm gonna try and open this up here. Somebody's probably Emily, don't open it, don't open it. Well, I'm gonna open it and see what's in there. So I don't know if there's just one cover or if there's a whole bunch of covers or what's going on, but so there we go, that's what I got. It's a J. Scott Campbell cover, I believe. No idea whose cover that is. David Marquez, colors, cover artist, Phil Noto. No, that's J. Scott Campbell, I can see his signature there. Anyway, so that's what I got in that one. J. Scott Campbell. It's a nice looking cover. I have no idea if that's a limited variant or what that is, but that's what I got in there. I don't know if they're all the same. Like if I open that, I'm going to leave one sealed and one open. And this is my this is my last one this week, and I highly recommend you get this one if you can. That is a 1 for 50. I love that cover. It's a Colossus limited variant. That is definitely a pick of the week. Not so much for the story inside. I mean, I haven't even read the book, to be honest. I'm going to read that one after I'm done here, but that is definitely one you want to get. That's just a wicked cover, and being a 1 for 50, that's a good one to get. So a couple things, that's it for this week for me, guys. So a couple things coming down the road there. You know, I gotta say, Marvel, when somebody comes up with something that works, they will beat that horse to death and then bury it in the ground, dig it up, and beat it to death some more. Because what they're doing now is they had this, I don't know if you guys saw, they had this whole hashtag Marvel Mash, I think that's what it was, but mashup, hashtag mashup, I think it was. Anyways, basically they showed all these images of these mashed up characters, and then the other day I saw that Donny Cates on the cover of Cosmic Ghost Rider number 3, I'm going to put an image on the screen. You can see Cosmic Ghost Rider fighting Cable, and just to the right of Cable is a character that looks like Juggernaut, but it's actually a combination of Juggernaut and Howard the Duck. So it's called Juggerduck. I'm not making that up. I know some of you probably think I'm lying to you, but I'm not. So Cosmic Ghost Rider number 3 comes out in September. And then there's a couple other ones that are going to debut in the Infinity Wars series, which comes out after this Infinity Countdown ends. These are called Infinity Warps, and they're one-shots, I believe, and each one is going to deal with these mashups. So there's 2 different mashups for that. One is Soldier Supreme, who's Captain America and Doctor Strange combined, and the other one's called Iron Hammer, which is Iron Man and Thor combined. So Infinity Wars, the comic series starting with Infinity Prime that comes out soon. Like I say, number 3 is going to have the first appearance of a couple of those characters, so that'll definitely be a good one to get. And the Spider-Man PS4 game is coming out. There's a bunch of variants based on the game, so I'm going to put those on the screen. There's 5 different covers, so you'll see images of all 5. I'm just going to put them on there for you. I'll give you a second to look at all those. Those are coming out. I don't know exactly when those will be coming out, but there's 5 that I know of anyway, so ones to look for. And last one, I mentioned this once before, but it looks like a really good comic. Comes out, it's by Boom Studios. It's Bone Parish by Cullen Bunn. That comes out July 25th. So the reason I'm mentioning it again is the final order cutoff for that is going to be very soon. I think you got till the end of this week to get that ordered up. So if you want that one, make sure you order it up in the next week. The cover A looks awesome. It's a black cover with the kind of the skull on it. So it looks like a pretty cool series. There's two covers for that one. Actually, I think there's 3 covers for that one. But anyways, there's 2 that I know of, so I'm going to put them on the screen. That is it this week, folks. Some good books out there, a few first appearances, some great covers. My analog C2E2 did not show up. I checked with my shop, and it is on order. It was supposed to be this week, but sometimes when they special order me stuff, it shows up a little later than it's supposed to. Kind of like my brother Nash showed up this week. So he said it'll probably be a next week, so I'm hoping to show that to you next week. If I got that this week, that would definitely be one of my picks this week, and I hope you're able to find that one. So anyways, take care, everyone. I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye for now.